And now, here with an unlimited supply of misinformation.
It's time for Music News with your host, Darby. 94.9 Zrock.
Music news brought to you by Wright's Motorcycle Parts and Accessories, 3474 South State. Call them at 801-266-2050. Online at WrightsMotorcycleParts.com, because you can't go wrong when it's Wright's. Beastie Boys released their new album, Hot Sauce Committee Part 2, today. It's very cool if you haven't checked it out. It's 2 years after Hot Sauce Committee Part 1 was supposed to come out, but it didn't come out. So why didn't they just release Hot Sauce Committee Part 1 now and save Part 2 for later? Here's Ad Rock to tell you why.
We were like, okay, so we got Hot Sauce Committee, and we had all these songs, so we're like, you know what, it'd be cool if we did a Part 1 and a Part 2. So Part 1 was supposed to come out whenever that was, a couple years ago, and then we missed the deadline, and we were like, okay, since we missed the Part 1 deadline, we're like, oh, well, we're going to be on time for Part 2, and so it seems like we're actually really, on schedule.
He didn't tell us anything. Did he really? Hot Sauce Committee Part 2 is their first full-length album since to the Five Boroughs. First full-length album with vocals, anyway. They released the mix-up in 2007, but 2004 was the last time they put out a record with vocals. Part 1 was supposed to come out in September 2009, but then MCA, as you remember, was diagnosed with salivary gland cancer. He's not free of cancer, but he says he's continuing treatment, staying optimistic, and hoping to be cancer-free in the near future. So obviously we hope that happens. And I mentioned this earlier, but nobody would have seen the video for Fight for Your Right to Party and gone, yeah, those guys will have like a 20-some-year career. No, you wouldn't have. Nobody did. But they've continually put out interesting, cool music, so good for those guys. That is music news on 94.9 Zrock. Oh, and their music videos are awesome. Aren't they? Yeah, they are.
Darby. 94.9 Zrock.